I'm in Mandya district in Karnataka, which is 100 kilometers away from the state capital Bengaluru. Mandya has always echoed communal harmony, progressive ideals, and has witnessed a lot of agricultural movements. But now, when the Lok Sabha elections are just around the corner, a new narrative is unfolding here, the narrative of saffronization. And the latest Hanuman flag controversy in Mandya's Keragodu village is merely one example among many adding to this emerging narrative. And this is evident especially in the aftermath of the BJP and the JDS alliance in the state. Enter Mandya and you will see a sea of saffron flags and towering cutouts featuring Lord Ram and Hanuman. Prime Minister Modi and Yogi Adityanath banners can also be seen everywhere. Hanuman flags can also be spotted on the rooftops of residential houses in the city. And according to residents and activists here, this has never happened before.
ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸೌಹಾರ್ದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏಳು ಮಾಡಿಸಿದಂಥ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ.
This change in the city was apparent when tensions erupted on Jan 28th following an incident with the Hanuman flag. According to reports, the Hanuman flag was hoisted in Keragodu village on Jan 19th. This was removed and replaced with the tricolor by officials on Republic Day. On Jan 28th, the tricolor was removed and again replaced with the Hanuman flag. On Jan 28th, the Panchayat Sub-Divisional Officer, along with the Tehsildar and police officers, removed the flag, sparking tensions in the village. This led to widespread protests, with thousands taking to streets on Jan 29th. Several shops in Keragodu remained closed on Monday as protesters and locals called for a voluntary shutdown. Following the incident, authorities said Keragodu Gram Panchayat had issued a permission letter on Jan 18th with conditions that only the national flag could be hoisted as the flag post is on the government land. Subsequently, the Panchayat Development Officer has been suspended for allowing people to hoist the Hanuman flag but also for not taking steps to remove it. The BJP mobilized its workers on the heels of this event, organizing protests in Mandya and in the state capital Bengaluru. The news made it to national headlines. Top BJP and JDS leaders C.T. Ravi, R. Ashoka and H.D. Kumaraswamy were also part of these protests. Kumaraswamy, who has allied with the BJP to take on the Congress government in the Lok Sabha elections, caught attention wearing a saffron shawl.
ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತವ್ರು ಬರಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. ಹಸಿರು ಟವಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲೋಯ್ತು? ದೇವೇಗೌಡರೇ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಹಾಕತ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಹಸಿರು ಟವಲ್ಲು, ಅದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ರಿ? ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾವಂತರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ರೈತ ಚಳವಳಿ, ಪುಟ್ಟಣ್ಣಯ್ಯ ಕಟ್ಟಿದಂಥ ರೈತ ಚಳವಳಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಲಿತ ಚಳವಳಿ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಕೋವೂರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆರಿಯಾರ್ರಂಥವ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ವಿಚಾರಪೂರಿತವಾದಂಥ ಲೇಖನ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಇದೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇರೋ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆನ ಈ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮಸಾಕ್ಷಿನೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು.
Mandya has always been a significant site for farmer protests, reflecting the resilience and political awareness of its people. The region is dominated by Vokaligas, and this is why the JDS has a strong base here. The BJP has historically found it hard to make inroads into the old Mysuru region. Now, with the support of the JDS, a party that is fighting to stay relevant after poor poll performance in the 2023 assembly elections, where it won 8 out of 31 seats in the belt, the Keragodu clashes might be a win-win situation for both.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ BJPಗೆ ನೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಏನೋ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಈ JDSನವರು ಇಬ್ಬರು ಜೊತೆಯಾದರೂ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಚಿತಾವಣೆಯಿಂದ ಇದು ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಥರ ಬೀದಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಮಾಡುವಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ರಾಜಕೀಯವಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಬೇಳೆ ಬೇಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮುಗ್ಧ ಜನರನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಭಾಳ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕಪ್ಪು ಚುಕ್ಕೆ.
ಕೇಸರಿ ಮಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದರ ವಿಸ್ತರಣೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಿ ಜೆ ಪಿ ಮತ್ತು ಜೆ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸೀಟ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅವರು. ಬಿ ಜೆ ಪಿ ಜೆ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ನ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿಯವರೇನೋ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಗೆದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಥರದ ಜನರನ್ನು ಒಡಲಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು.
Kumaraswamy is also reported to have conveyed a clear message to his party cadres, urging them to collaborate with the BJP workers on the ground. With JDS backing, the BJP is gaining the momentum it struggled to achieve in the past few decades. Though right-wing outfits such as Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, Bajrang Dal and Bajrang Sene have been active in Mandya, their influence is on the rise with the support of the JDS. Recently, a 3-story RSS office has come up in Mandya's Pandavapura as well. Reports suggest that JDS leaders have personally funded its construction. On the day of the Ayodhya Ram Temple consecration ceremony, more than 7 new Ram temples were inaugurated in Mandya district alone. Locals say thousands have donated to these temples, including daily wage workers.
ಇತ್ತೀಚಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯ ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ತುಂಬ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯವನ್ನು ತಂದಿದೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇವಲ ರೈತ ಚಳುವಳಿಗೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಇವತ್ತು ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹಿಂದುತ್ವದ ಒಂದು ಭದ್ರಕೋಟೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು 16 ವರ್ಷದ ಪರಿವಾರದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಶ್ರಮದ ಫಲ.
ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಕಲಿಯುಗ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಈಗ ರಾಮಯುಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಲೋ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರೇ, ಈಗ ರಾಮಯುಗ ಆಗಬೇಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Some activists say this is just temporary and that saffron shawls and flags don't mean anything to Mandya.
ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಸರಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಆ ಬಣ್ಣ ಕಂಡಿದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಮಂಡ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಸುಳ್ಳು. ಮಂಡ್ಯನೇ, ಅದರ ಸ್ವಂತಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಬಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಭಾಳ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಇದೆ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ, ಮೇಲ್ನೋಟಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Congress leader Priyank Kharge recently tweeted that after completely saffronizing coastal Karnataka, the BJP is now trying to do the same in Mandya. BJP trying to make inroads in the old Mysore region is not new. Last year, ahead of the Karnataka Assembly elections, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway in Mandya, following which he also held a road show in the city. In the same year, the party hosted a Yuva Morcha convention in Mandya, kicking off a series of similar events. To create a base in the dominant Vokkaliga community, the BJP claimed that 2 leaders from the community, Uri Gowda and Nanjay Gowda, were responsible for the killing of Tipu Sultan. However, this strategy backfired too. Last year, the then Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai had announced a majestic Ram temple in Ramnagara district, which falls in the old Mysuru region belt. None of these attempts to woo Mandya succeeded in fetching votes for the BJP. The BJP has not won in a single election in Mandya district except for 2019 by-polls. But in the 2023 assembly elections, the Saffron party managed to increase its vote share in Mandya. As the Lok Sabha elections draw near, can the BJP successfully establish its presence in the Vokkaliga-dominated Mandya district and the rest of the old Mysuru region with the support of JDS, or will the alliance backfire? We will know in a few months. With camera person Prashant, this is Anagha Deshpande for Deccan Herald.